Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Gunter. So glad to have you guys back. Can't wait to get the school year going. During this period in this video, we're going to be looking at our student accountability and discipline procedures. Make sure you pay attention so you know what's expected and you know exactly what we expect as well. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you and pull up our student handbook. So if you remember last year, you guys got a hard copy of this. This year, you have a digital copy that's been put on the upper school resource board on My CPA. But it is full of all the information you'll need regarding our upper school procedures. It's got our bell schedule, communication info, key dates. But for what we are dealing with this period, I'm going to fast forward and go to page 15 where we outline our upper school discipline system. Now, for those of you who have been here, this is the same for the most part, but if you're new, you'll definitely want to make sure that you listen to how our demerit system works. So we divide our discipline system into what we call level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4 choices. And based on those choices, there are accountability measures in place. So looking at the top, we'll start with level 1 choices. You'll see that all level 1 infractions receive 1 demerit and that all demerits accumulate over a 9 weeks. So all these demerits will accumulate within the first 9 weeks and then we'll reset and start over for the second 9 weeks. But when I say level 1 choice, what am I talking about? You can see the list there, but these are some examples: tardy to class, unprepared for class, not following instructions or school classroom expectations, minor classroom disruptions, dress code violations, missing ASAP or assigned office hours, not picking up trash, or any other driving or parking violations. On the right side column there, you'll see level 1 consequences. So once you hit 5 demerits in a quarter, you will receive 1 hour of EMD, which stands for early morning detention. EMD will run out of Coach Moat's room, just like last year, from 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning. Now, a couple emphasis within level 1 choices I want to talk about is that we're going to be talking all about this in person as well. But this year, you guys should have heard by now through our summer communication that we do have a new lunch phone policy. Students are not allowed to access their phone during lunch. And that's really because we want to encourage you guys to connect during that time. As I said, we'll talk more about that, but for now, let's just talk about the procedure. You guys will leave your phones in the pockets that you're coming from when you head to lunch. So you will not grab your phone out of the pocket in the class you are before. If you're coming from senior option or from the field house, you'll need to put your phone away in your backpack and you will not access that during lunch. If you violate that, that would be an example of a level 1 choice. That would be not following expectations, a phone violation. That would be a demerit. Also, you guys have heard through our summer communication that our board of trustees at CPA has tasked us with making sure we are accountable to our campus-wide dress code. So that is going to be an emphasis for us this year. We're talking more about that today after lunch when we divide up. So I don't want to go a ton into it now, but do know that our faculty has been tasked from the board, from our administration, with holding everyone accountable to the school-wide dress code. So if you're out of dress code, you will receive a demerit and you will be asked to fix your dress code. That could be as easy as tucking in your shirt, right, to fix it. If you're in the incorrect attire, though, and you're not in dress code, you will be sent to the office where we do have a closet ready for you guys so that you'll fix your dress code there. So let's say, for example, you're wearing the wrong polo. Your teacher will assign you a demerit. You'll be sent to the front office. From there, you'll be given the correct polo and you'll turn in your phone at the front office. Once you are done, you will come bring the shirt back. You'll get your phone back, and then you'll move forward. More on that, as I said, we'll talk today in our meetings after lunch. Let's move to level 2 choices. All right. You'll see examples of level 2 choices there. Before we go into those, I want you to know for any level 2 choice, your teacher has to follow the procedure of referring you to the administration. So teachers will submit an upper school referral form for any level 2 choice, and you will meet with an administrator. Let's look through some examples of level 2 choices: disrespect to staff or student, an honor code violation, skipping class, chapel advisory, profanity or inappropriate language, minor vandalism, major class disruptions that would result in your removal. For any of those level 2 choices, you will be referred directly to an administrator, and you will meet with an administrator, and you'll immediately be assigned a consequence. So there's not a demerit in place for these. You will meet with the administrator, and you'll be assigned a consequence that's outlined in the policy, such as EMD, Saturday school, or could result in school suspension as well. As we move along, level 3 choices, what I want you to know is that for all level 3 choices, we have specific policies in our handbook. Examples of this would be fighting, skipping class, going off campus, theft, major vandalism, possession or use of nicotine/tobacco, or possession of or distribution of pornography or sexting. Those are all examples of level 3 choices. Right there, it says consequences will be specific to the policies outlined in the CPA Family Handbook and will result in suspension and or expulsion or removal from the academy based on the severity. It's important to read that, right? It said for any of these, it will result in suspension, expulsion, or removal from the academy. So if you have questions about that, make sure you let me know or read the specific policy in the handbook. For level 4 choices, similar thing there. You have possession or use or distribution of alcohol, drugs, or drug paraphernalia, or possession of firearm or lethal weapons. The consequences will follow the specific policies in the handbook, and they will result in expulsion or removal from the academy. So you see right there, if you have possession or you distribute or you have any drugs or alcohol on this campus, it will result in expulsion or removal from the academy. All right, below that, you'll see the tardy to school policy. At 3 tardies, we got an hour of EMD, 6 tardies to school. You have 2 hours of EMD. Those are reported through the front office. If you're tardy, you do have to come through the front office. That is where you'll receive your note to go. You also have descriptions of EMD and Saturday school there under those as well. Yeah, so that's going to do it for our discipline policy. Just know that you have this handbook on the My CPA website if you need to refer to it, or if you have questions, make sure you see an administrator. I hope you guys have a great day.